Onslaught Radio, bringing metal to the masses.
This is Onslaught Radio, I'm Natalie, and I'm backstage at Reading Festival 2012, where I'm talking to Troy Sanders from Mastodon. How's it going?
It's going wonderful, thank you for asking.
Awesome, and you guys are performing here this evening and in Leeds tomorrow. How are you feeling about both sets?
I think they'll both be phenomenal, energy-wise.
Well, you have to say that, though. It's your set.
You have to, yeah. You can't say, I predict it'll be terrible. You can't say that.
No one will come to see you if you say that.
No one will come, so it should be great. We came here to do these two shows, and we'll give it our best.
And I mean, Reading Festival's quite a diverse festival, and, you know, essentially you guys are a metal band. If anyone here kind of hasn't heard of Mastodon, or they haven't heard your music, what would you say, what to kind of draw the crowd for you?
It's a caveman appeal. If you are interested in prehistoric memorabilia, hair samples, artifacts, come see us on stage. It's for prehistoric dudes.
There's a lot of those here.
Yeah. You know, we're just a weird, eclectic rock band, I think, and I hope people, whether they like us or not, will walk away liking something or appreciating at least something small of our band. There's a lot in there, a lot of riffs, a lot of melodies, a lot of pummeling of the drums, a lot of beating on the bass. So I don't know, I think we'll fit in. We prefer the diverse festivals as opposed to a simple heavy metal type festival where all the music is more of a one-dimensional thing and it's all heavy. So this is nice, we prefer these.
Well, I was going to say, because you've done, obviously, diverse festivals like this, but you've also done things like Hellfest. It doesn't get any more metal, really, than Hellfest. So, obviously, you kind of prefer the diversity of these ones?
Yeah, well, I do, personally, because it's just more of a mix of music fans. Hellfest, for example, was probably the best show that we had all this entire past summer. That was wonderful, but we enjoy both types of festivals. But it's just, I guess we don't do these as often as the heavier ones. So it's just refreshing for us to come in and play alongside of many different types of bands.
And I mean, as a band, Mastodon's quite famous for changing their sound with pretty much every record. I mean, if you take into account Remission and then, you know, The Hunter, the latest one, it's very different. And, you know, do you find that kind of helps with playing a particularly diverse festival like this?
I would think it would lend itself to helping us play festivals like this. But the four of us in the band, we always embrace change, and we never want to write and record the same album twice, so we want each album to be a different and fresh chapter in the Mastodon catalog. So we prefer that, or that's our intention, is to write and record a new sounding album every time. But yeah.
I mean, The Hunter sounds like quite a natural progression from Crack the Sky, though. Is that kind of almost you coming into what you kind of class as the Mastodon sound now, or could another album be a completely different dimension again?
Yeah, it's very the future is very unknown. I think after these two festivals, the Reading and Leeds, we'll take some time off and start working on new ideas. And I'm as excited as anyone else on this planet to see where we'll take it musically. I have no idea.
Awesome, so there's no plans as yet for how the next album's kind of going to go, and you're just going to go with it?
Right, we just go with the flow.
And personally, do you prefer kind of touring and festivals and that kind of thing, or getting down to the nitty-gritty and kind of writing your stuff?
It's the circle of both that makes it healthy. After we spend a lot of time at home writing and recording an album, we all have the desire and the itch to travel. After 8, 9, 10 months of traveling, we're very excited about stopping and going home to work on new ideas. So it's a healthy circle, I feel.
Awesome, fair enough. I think that's probably the same for most bands, really, isn't it?
I would think so.
Would you say that you have kind of an album that you've released so far that's been your favourite, or something that's particularly special for you, or are they all kind of...
Well, I love them all, obviously, because we've dedicated so much of our lives to each one. I think 10 years ago when Remission came out, that was the first sign that I recognized that I was in a band that had potential, and I was surrounded by really amazing musicians as friends as well. And 10 years later, I'm most proud of The Hunter, because it's still, I feel we've still are ascending the mountain and continuing to get bigger and better, in my opinion. So it's a very good question, tough question, but I guess I'm most proud of the current record as it's, yet the 5th or 6th album that we've continued to grow and build upon. So
when each Mastodon album is released, the metal community kind of goes crazy. Essentially, it's another Mastodon album. It's almost kind of an event in itself. Do you feel that that puts a lot of pressure on you, particularly where you're bringing out quite diverse albums?
No, we never really try to cater any riff, any song, any sound to please any genre of fans, any type of journalists, any critics, or anything outside of the four of us, because once the four of us leave our practice space after writing a song or even a riff or even one line of lyrics or something, if the four of us agree on it and are proud of it and happy with it, then that's all that really matters, because we need to be happy with it ourselves, because we're going to be married to this music for life, and we really just write the songs and we do everything to ultimately please ourselves. And if it carries over to anyone else around the world and they like it, then that's just a wonderful dessert at the end of a giant delicious buffet.
Awesome, and obviously you said that you're hoping to kind of get on with a bit of writing after this. We've been asked by some of our listeners to find out whether or not there's any chance of a nice UK tour in the pipeline, maybe?
Oh, I'm sure there will be, but since the Hunters release almost a year ago, we've come overseas 3 times, we've done North America twice, so we've kind of hit it hard, and probably will not tour until another record, to the best of my knowledge. We've kind of saturated ourselves on this record, we feel.
Well, and that's fair as well. You need a bit of time to kind of chill out.
Yeah, we want to have something fresh and exciting for people to come want to see next year.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to Onslaught Radio, and good luck for the sets this evening and tomorrow.
Thank you very, very much.